first session of the series, I'll spend a little bit of time introducing you to this series that's coming up once a month for the next year coming up. First of all, we're quite grateful for our other member of the board of directors, Jeffrey Liu, for arranging financial support to rent this room. So this series is presented by, of course, the South Coast Chinese Cultural Association and Susan Samueli Integrative Health Institute at UC Irvine. And to make this financially possible, we thank Jeffrey for arranging support by the Monty J. Southern California Science and Technology Association and the Legacy Fountain Angel. So as I said, this is the first of a series of presentations, workshops, if you may. And of course, today's topic is the science and practice of QIGONG for strengthening the mind, brain, and the body. Let me say first that this series is deliberately structured differently from the series I've had, series 1, 2, 3, which were quite focused on the lecture part. And I would give 1 hour of lecture and give you 1 hour of instruction on how to do the Qigong and the Tai Chi. But this time, other than today 1 hour of lecture, 1 hour of teaching you Qigong, but the subsequent sessions are 2 hours of instruction, no more lectures. So I don't want to keep boring you with too many graphs and tables. So 2 hours of pure instruction, and of course I will refer back to today's lecture on the science behind what I teach. So in April, the session will be dedicated to Ma Wang Dui Qigong. As you hear in a minute, Ma Wang Dui is considered one of the oldest places where Qigong was found to be documentable. And so we'll start with Ma Wang Dui Qigong. In May, the session will be on Qigong Qigong 6 Harmony. Okay, 6 Harmony means left, right, up, down, front, back, external sides, and then internally, Qi, health, and mind, 6 all together. And then we take a break for the summer. We come back in September, and we will do Into Qigong, Sky Pillar. Sky Pillar is a term to describe our spine, from the sky to the ground, and it emphasizes all sorts of like turning exercises. And then in October, I will teach you Tai Chi Ban. So this is a ban, a short stick, okay? So instead of just doing the Tai Chi, usually empty-handed, okay, you do this with the palm, okay? So instead of just Lao Qi An Zhang, brush knee, push hand, right? So here, you would do it like, and so forth. And there are multiple advantages of this. The added weight gives you more of an exercise element in the practice, but also it stimulates acupuncture points, like this is a Laodong workers' palace, and when you do this, you stimulate the acupuncture points and so forth. So that we will do later in the fall. Then, to be scheduled, will be sessions on the more familiar Tai Chi, of course, 5 animal frolic, 除气, 八段锦, 8 sections to brocade, Yi Jin Jing, changing Canton Classic, and Bao, Qigong, and so forth. Those will come later in the winter and into next year. And all of these, except today, will not have a long, boring lecture. So we'll just go 2 hours of teaching you the essentials. But all of these lessons are designed in the following way. Each of these Qigong systems have many, many movements. Like Tai Chi has over 100 different movements. So I'm not going to teach you 108 movements. I'm going to teach you the 6 that are most important, most effective, based on clinical studies, 临床实验、实验室研究，找到最有效、最有用的，我就教你 teach you those that are most effective based on science. So each of these, you will learn the 5 or 6 out of many movements that have been shown by science to be most effective. Okay, so I see, people from the Western community here in the audience who might not be as familiar with the terms Qigong, Tai Chi. What's Tai Chi, what's Qigong, what's the relationship? So pardon me for those who are quite familiar with this. I have included a few introductory slides so that we are all on the same wavelength. So first of all, what is Qigong and how is this connected to Tai Chi? 太极和气功的关系是怎么样回事？气功 by definition, means the type of practice or exercise that will improve your qi. Qigong, okay? It's an unfortunate coincidence that Tai Chi, the Qi is actually a different word that sounds the same. So actually the two are not that intimately related. So Qigong is a kind of umbrella term to describe countless types of mind-body exercises from China. And they're all linked by one thing: integration of the 3 regulations. Qigong 有3条合一 integrated regulation of the body, 调身 of the mind, 调心 of the breath, 调息. I mean, you can do Tai Chi as a physical exercise, that's fine. But if you regulate your breathing and do it as a meditative practice, it could be considered a type of Qigong. Or you can just sit there and do breathing exercises. Well, that's not Qigong because you're not moving. Okay. So 三条合一, the regulations all integrated together. So historically, this diagram is an illustration of a piece of silk drawing dug up from King Ma's mound. To be polite, actually it's King Ma's tomb, but doesn't sound good. Okay, King Ma's mound, Ma Wong Dui. And it has 44 figures of people like, doing this and doing this and this. And you might think that they're just dancing. Not so. Because next to many of these figures are Chinese characters that we could still read. And it says something like, if you do this, you would reduce stress, reduce pain, reduce deafness, reduce fever. So clearly, these are for medicinal purposes. 止痛, 发炎, 发烧. Wow, okay. So we can say this Qigong, okay, one of the oldest pieces of artifacts describing Qigong as a health and healing practice is Ma Wong Dui. And many types of Qigong systems started out by studying these figures. And you can say, oh, okay, this is the tiger doing this is the monkey doing this is the bird doing this. And that came got developed as 5 animals frolic, 五禽戏, qigong. And similarly, 八段锦, 8 sections silk brocade. Oh, do this and do this. And 易筋经. And those are some of the ones I'll teach later this year. The ones that I'll teach in the next several months are King Ma's now, based on these 6 unity, 六合, okay, sky pillar, or 天柱, they're all based on these figures and more. Now, what is Tai Chi? Okay, Tai Chi comes from a different branch. Tai Chi started out as a form of martial art 400 years ago in the Chen family village, Canzagao, Henan, Wenxian, Canzagao, Can Hongting started, Tai Chi for fighting. Okay, in fact, it's still considered one of the best fighting systems in China. If you can see here, for the past several years, the national champion in Ballet Tai, national champion in mixed martial arts competition was won by Tai Chi people. So it's still used for fighting. But as I said, if you practice it by regulating not just your body, but your breathing and your mind, it could qualify as a type of Qigong. So it started at Canzagao, Chen family village. So the original Tai Chi that I'll teach here, Chen style Tai Chi. Okay. Only 4 generations ago, a gentleman by the name of Yang Lucan, Mr. Yang went to the village and learned the Tai Chi and simplified it. And now we know that as Yang style Tai Chi, 简化 Tai Chi, Yang shi Tai Chi. And from Mr. Yang, Mr. Sun, Mr. Wu, Mr. Hao, they learned from him. And now we know the 5 main branches of Tai Chi: Chen style Tai Chi, Yang style Tai Chi, Sun style, Wu style, and the Wu Hao style. Okay? And then from there, branching into numerous other styles. I have been exceptionally fortunate to have the opportunity to train for the past 17 years with the Grandmaster of the Chen style, Chen Shi Tai Chi Zhangren, Chen Zhe Wei Da Shi. And here's me with my certificate as a 21st generation heir, one of the 21st generation heir of Tai Chi. But I have also been extraordinarily fortunate to train with Yang Zhengtou. He's the great-grandson of Yang Lucan, who started the Yang style. And also with Sun Yongtian, okay, from Sun style, Wu style, and so forth. So I actually know Tai Chi inside out, not just the Chen style. And this gentleman here, of course, on the cover of Tai Chi International magazine is Grandmaster Chen Lei. So let's understand Tai Chi a little bit, okay? Tai Chi is not just Tai Chi, Tai Chi Chuan, Tai Chi exercise. Tai Chi is a philosophy that's pervasive in Chinese culture, in medicine, in arts, in music, and so forth. But let's come back to the point here. This is a symbol of Tai Chi, and it applies equally well to Qigong, different types as well that I'm going to teach here. Tai Chi is the state of ultimate balance and harmony of the yin and the yang. Harmony, not just balance. It's symbolized by this. See, if it's the perfect balance, that'll be simple, okay? Half white, half black. As a matter of fact, a few months ago, I was in Mont Saint-Michel in France, in this famous cathedral. And in the cathedral, I took a picture of this. And from 1,000 years ago, the French people already knew the perfect balance, right? Half black, half white. But Tai Chi is a lot more than that. Tai Chi is the harmony, not just the balance. From the yang comes the yin. From the yin comes the yang. Within the yang, there's yin. Within the yin, there's yang. Okay. So, from the slow comes the fast. Okay. From the soft comes the hard. Within the softness, there's hardness. Within the hardness, the softness, all harmonize together. I don't know what I mean. I'm too excited. Okay. So, but Qigong is the same too. The same principle applies to many Qigong systems and internal martial arts, Nei Gong, okay, which maybe I'll have time to teach later in the year. Ba Hua Zhang, Xing Yi Quan, Tai Chi, these are the three Nei Gong. Okay, they all go with this principle. So not just Tai Chi Chuan. All right, let's get to the main point here, the science. Okay, Harvard Medical School, okay, has this on their website. And it says, Tai Chi is often referred to as meditation in motion. But we might as well call it medication in motion, because it has value in treating, preventing so many health problems. By randomized controlled trials, okay, published in the best of journals like New England Journal of Medicine, Tai Chi can treat fibromyalgia, Parkinson's, arthritis, prevent falls in elderly, prevent osteoporosis, decrease your bad cholesterol, improve your sleep, improve your mental concentration, improve your immune system, and one of the best ways to reduce stress, as measured by a decrease in systolic blood pressure. And I could go on and on, 5 more pages, 10 more pages. How can Tai Chi be so useful? That's the subject of today's talk, Tai Chi and Qigong. So not just Tai Chi, okay? This paper has not even been published, okay? This one is in press, it's coming out later this year. A systematic review of the benefits of Qigong Wu Qin Qi, 5 animals frolicking. They studied more than 16 randomized controlled trials in Chang 10 post-test studies, and came up with the conclusion that Wu Qin Qi improves flexibility and balance, of course, improves psychological, emotion, cognitive functions, improve immunological balance, improves antioxidant capacity, cardiac function, lipid profile, blood pressure, mentally reduce mild depression, externally osteoporosis, knee osteoarthritis, metabolic syndrome. Not just Tai Chi, it's Wu Qin Qi. All these benefits too. Ba Duan Jin, okay? Ba Duan Jin, something that we'll teach here too. In this paper, 2019, it just came out last month, okay? Ba Duan Jin exerts anti-diabetic, 糖尿病有好处, and anti-depression effects by regulating the expression of RNA, gene expression. You can show that now, okay? 2016, Tai Chi and Ba Duan Jin, okay? improves memory and cognitive function by increasing brain connectivity. I'll talk more about this too. So it's not just Tai Chi. All right, so let's dissect out different issues here. Regulation of the mind, how is that a good thing? Of course, when you meditate, you have deep rest, 真正的休息 reduce stress, 减低压力 mental concentration, 精神集中特别好。The U.S. government agency for health research quality did a comprehensive review of over 1,000 papers published on meditative practices. And they came to this conclusion that Tai Chi is by far the most effective in decreasing stress, measured as a reduction in blood pressure. QIGONG is not far behind. Yoga, and then all these other ones, not so good, okay, but still effective. These are the stationary type of meditation, no movement. So it seems like the movement is also very, very important to reduce stress. How come? We'll see in a minute. In our research in the laboratory, we study brainwave patterns by EEG, and we show that when somebody is in a meditative state, there's tremendous elevation of theta waves.